Good morning and welcome to the Mortgage Minute. I hope you guys are having a great start to your day. In today's topic, we're going to discuss what documents do I need to bring to my lender and why do they need all of these documents. Let's talk about when you get your pre-qual letter. Your pre-qual letter is going to be based off of your information you put on your application. Now, the sooner you can get all your information into your lender, the stronger your pre-qual letter is going to be. Because what we have to do is look at what you put on your application and make sure that it's something that we'll be able to use, that the underwriter will accept. A good example of that would be, let's say you've taken a new job with your company and you've been with the same company for 10 years, but with your present job, you get paid a lot of overtime or commission as part of your income. If you do not have a 2-year history of the overtime or the commission, we're not going to be able to count it, even though you've made it year to date. So what we need is 2 years tax returns with every page, and we need every schedule that goes with it, and we need every W-2, 1099, and K-1. On your K-1, it will tell if you own a portion of a company. If it's 25% or more, we're also going to need 2 years tax returns for that company. Anything that you own that's 25% or more. That could be an S corporation, it could be a full corporation. The other thing is, when you're looking at all this, you're going to find some W-2s sometimes that your CPA or accountant will make on a sheet. That's not the W-2s that we need. We need a copy of the one that your employer sent you. The next thing we're going to need is your most recent 2 months bank statements. And what we're looking with that is that you have a history of saving. And let's say, for example, if your down payment's going to be $5,000, then we want to see where the $5,000 is coming from. It's not that we think you're doing something nefarious or anything, but what we're looking for is to see that you did not go out and borrow the money that you are going to put down on the house. There's some loans that will allow you to borrow it, but only on certain type loans, and then we have to count that in your ratios. So that's really what they're looking for. Underwriters will be they're going to look at job stability, they're going to look at your credit, how much, and your payment history on it. And they're also going to look at if you have the ability to have reserves and build up reserves. Even on loans where that you have a zero down payment, they're always going to be looking to see if you have at least 1 to 2 months reserve in your account. So that's why we need bank statements. Also, when you fill out your application, you may say you have $8,000 in the bank, but once we look at 2 months bank statements, we see that you went in and you made a $6,000 deposit, which could be a gift from someone, or it could be cash you saved at home. All of those create obstacles we have to overcome. So the sooner you get those 2 months of bank statements in, the better. Third thing we're going to need is 30 days of pay stubs. You may get paid weekly, and we'd need your most recent 4, or you may get paid 15th and 30th of every month. A lot of people get paid once a month. Whatever your pay schedule is, we'll need enough that'll cover 30 days. What they're going to do is they're going to go in and they will look at your past 2 years' income and your year-to-date income, and a lot of times they have to average them. Sometimes if you're a salaried employee and you work hourly, or you've just gotten a promotion and they guarantee that's the amount you're going to make, we can go with that, even if it was not on your W-2s from the previous 2 years. So that, again, is the kind of thing they're kind of looking for a history to be able to look at. They want to see what your deductions are. Maybe you have a garnishment against you, or you have child support taken out every month, or you have loans that are drafted from your paycheck, and that would show up. So again, we're going to need 2 years tax returns with all the pages, schedules, 1099, W-2s, K-1s. We're going to need your most recent 2 months bank statements, and we're going to need every page. Doesn't matter if on page 4 it's nothing but a blank page. Check your bank statements, and if it has page 1 of 4, 2 of 4, 3 of 4, we will need all 4 pages. The next thing would be your pay stubs. We need those. Then if you get any type of extra income, let's say, for example, you may receive alimony, child support, you may receive a Social Security, some type of pension. All of those are going to require documentation. So let's say you're receiving alimony or child support. We're going to need a copy of the court document that's decreeing you're going to get this X amount of money for however amount of time. Then what we will need is proof for the past 6 months that you've received it in a timely manner. If your document, or let's say your divorce decree states you're going to receive alimony of $5,000 a month for the until you remarry and you've been single for 6 years, okay? Well, if they're not sending it to you, there's no way we can count it, even though it's been decreed by the courts. So that's why they're going to make us go back and see that you've been receiving it for the past 6 months. The next thing, picture ID. We need a good, valid picture ID. I have a lot of people that will copy it and send it to me, and by the time you get it, you have just a blank slate. That cannot be scanned and turned into the underwriter. So we're going to need a very good copy of your W-2, of your driver's license. I briefly touched on Social Security. If you get some type of pension or Social Security, then you're going to get what is called an awards letter from each of those entities every year. And they'll say, okay, for the year 2018, you're going to receive X amount. So that's what you would send in to us. We'd also need that. Again, quick recap. 2 years tax returns with everything attached, 2 years business returns if that's applicable. In addition to the 2 years business returns, you're going to need to get us a year-to-date profit and loss balance sheet. If you don't know how to do those, go to your Schedule C in your tax returns, and that'll kind of show you how to do it. Or you can look at your balance sheet in your corporate returns. They'll give you an idea of what it looks like. So 2 years tax returns, bank statements, pay stubs, and your ID. You'll feel like it's very intrusive and it's a lot of information, but once you kind of get it together, you'll see it's really not. And hopefully this little video has helped you understand why exactly we need it. So don't give your lender a hard time. Try to go ahead and get them the documentation so that you can get a stronger, better approval up front. I look forward to talking to you guys next week. And as always, if you have any questions, make sure you post them in the comments. And I will see you next Monday.